Welcome back. I'm going to be continuing my series of tutorials by moving on to Chapter 2 of MFP1 AS Level Maths, which is on complex numbers. There are 4 laws which you have to learn in order to be able to deal with imaginary numbers in maths. But surely we can only deal with real numbers in maths. This is why you've taken further maths. We are going to be looking at 4 laws of I, the imaginary number, that you will have to learn in order to be able to solve different questions involving imaginary numbers. So, we know we cannot square root a negative number. That's impossible, because if you multiply 2 numbers that are negative and the same, you're going to get a positive number. So, for example, square root of minus 1, not possible. So what do we call that? We call that I. Okay, so that is basically just I to the 1, or just I. But however, if we were to square I, then that would just become minus 1, because if you're squaring the square root of minus 1, you'll just get minus 1, which is I squared. Okay, now if we were to multiply this again by I, then that means I cubed is going to equal minus I. That's another law you will have to learn in order to be able to answer these questions fully, or different difficulty questions that are likely to come up in an exam. And we can also say that I to the power of 4 is the same as I squared multiplied by I squared, which means you add the powers, which you will learn in the laws of indices in core 2. So that means it's just minus 1 times by minus 1. So I to the power of 4 is 1. Okay, they are the 4 main laws that you will have to learn in order to be able to answer questions on complex numbers. But what if you wanted to work out something like I to the power of 7? Well, I'm going to prove this to you, because anything to the power of 0 is 1. Excuse me, is 1, isn't it? And if you add 4 onto this power, I to the power of 4 is 1. So if I was to go to I to the power of 7, I would have to add 4 onto I to the power of 3, because these are going to simultaneously repeat after every 4 powers, if that makes sense. So I to the power of minus 7 would be minus I. Okay, I to the power of 12 is just going to be 1, because if you add 4 onto that, I to the power of 8 is 1, then I to the power of 12 is 1. And that is basically how you put these expressions in terms of either I, minus I, 1, or minus 1.